Hi everyone. So, this is another reading from my book Pieces 52 Short Stories About Being Human. And today's chapter is called Rebel. Um, it's an interesting one because I feel like actually reading this chapter will give you everything you need. Like, I don't feel like I can add anything to it. But I'll read you a bit and I'll see if I can get inspired. So, hope you sit comfortably. The rebel is a big part of me. I have achieved lots of things in life because of it. It pushes my boundaries, it challenges customs, conventions, habits, and expectations of me from others as well as from myself. It allows me to embrace change easily and to rise to any challenge that I am presented with. It helps me to stand my ground and fight for what I believe is right, to challenge authority and stand up to bullies. The rebel is wild, strong, and creative. It is what has motivated me even in the darkest of times. However, the rebel is young and it often rebels even against things that are good for me, things and behaviors that I choose for myself. It sometimes does not know where to stop. It rebels for the sake of being rebellious, a rebel without a cause. In these situations, it can be harmful and counterproductive. I now understand that the more I suppress it or even try to get rid of it, the harder it fights, the more destructive it is. It is its nature, after all, to rebel against oppression. The rebel was born when I was 4 years old. It was born to protect me, to keep me going when I felt abandoned, to break the rules that did not serve me, to help me uncover and develop the true me. It is meant to prevent me from becoming a mediocre person hungry for social recognition and eager to fit in, from conforming at the cost of losing my authenticity. Of course, the chapter goes on, and it's a journey of me exploring that rebellious part of me, where it came from, and working with it to get most out of it without causing any harm or damage, whether to myself or the outside world. As I said, the chapter is quite self-explanatory and it covers really everything. So I'm not sure what else I can add to it. What I can say is I'm incredibly grateful that this is a part of me and it's what's getting me through the really challenging times. Like, for example, even now, as many of you know, I'm pregnant, I'm a single mom, issues with housing, and if it wasn't for this rebel, it would be much harder because it gives me strength, it motivates me, and it helps me to fight against the system that lacks common sense and compassion and make it better, not just for myself, because probably a bit too late for me to be honest, but for others, that no one has to go through what I'm going through right now, because it's not necessary. And yeah, it's being rebel for me. It's about not necessarily just, as I said, like fighting without a cause, just for the sake of being rebellious, but it's about standing strong for things that matter, for for what's right, and against bullies, even if those bullies are sat in government. And I think this kind of spirit, it's really important. It's what makes society progress and change for the better. It's that kind of spirit that put stop to slavery and changed the whole mentality of the whole society, or at least majority of the society. And any kind of big social changes that ever took place anywhere in the world tended to come from just one or few like-minded people, um, with their, with enough passion to spark others who wouldn't join them. And then when you have enough numbers, change does come, because it's basically getting a majority. As long as you have enough people who believe in what you believe, you will make the world the way you want it to be. But it starts with that little rebellious spark, and tends to start in one person. And I think if there's anything that you deeply care about, that matters to you a lot, that you feel passionate about, that sets you on fire, you should go out there and share that, because you never know what spark you might put out there, whose fire you might lit. And if it is not you who will be fighting the battles, it might just start something that at the moment you can't even imagine or comprehend, that will change everything for the better, hopefully. Not all revolutions resulted in optimal optimal results or optimal outcomes, but the thing is, you don't know until you try. And I think as long as your rebellion is led by passion as well as compassion and kindness, you can't go wrong. But it's very powerful motion, and it's something I think that we all have within us, to perhaps some people to greater degree than others, but that's what's important for social change and growth and development and evolution. So have a look at the chapter, see what you think, and why don't you share any rebellious acts that you have taken part in. Take care until the next week.